Cool from Diablo is one of those ends justify the means kind of evil dudes, possessing titles like Murderer, Torturer, and Monster that were bestowed upon him by his fellow Haradrim. You can see how Cool may not be the nicest guy around. It was upon his idea of creating the Black Soul Stone that Cool really started to slip downwards into darkness. To create the stone, he would perform torturous experiments on unwilling participants, draining their blood in hopes of distilling the Nephilim essence. Ultimately, Cool desired power, and thankfully he was so self-absorbed in this pursuit, or else, who knows how many countless others he might have killed. The Lich King from Warcraft comes in at number 9. Initially created by the demon lord Kil'jaeden from the spirit of the Orcish shaman Ner'zhul, the Lich King was to command the undead Scourge in order to weaken the defenses of Azeroth in preparation for the true force, the demonic Burning Legion. Now, the Lich King defeated the spider race known as the Nerubians and really stepped it up a notch when Ner'zhul betrayed his creator and merged the Lich King with Arthas Menethil, leading an attack against Arthas' own kingdom of Lordaeron. Oh, and did I mention Arthas killed his own father? Yeah, now it can get kind of confusing who's who what with Arthas, Ner'zhul, the Lich King, but all in all, I think you get the gist of just how evil this combination is. Like Cool, Arcturus Mengsk of StarCraft is another ends justify the means kind of guy. He took any measures necessary to advance himself, playing with the lives of others like pawns in a chess game. He sent Tychus Findlay to assassinate Sarah Kerrigan, knowing fully well that his son was also planning an attack on said Queen of Blades. Thus, if he succeeded, Mengsk and his dominion could take over the planet of Char. However, if Tychus failed, he could just blame his treacherous son and the lawless terrorist Jim Raynor. It was revealed by Raynor that Mengsk was the one who caused the Zerg infestation of the planet Tarsonis in the first place. But even that didn't stop the manipulative Mengsk from losing his grip as Emperor of the Dominion. Spoiler alert, at least he gets his comeuppance in the end. If Deathwing the Destroyer ranks number 7, you can see the level of evil that is yet to come. This leader of the Black Dragonflight was driven mad by the old gods and decided to take out his anger on, well, pretty much everyone. He enslaved Alexstrasza, he took on human form in order to sabotage the Alliance from within, then he brought about the Shattering and sought to burn all of Azeroth. Smaug would do well to take notes. Archimonde the Defiler. He is the left hand of Sargeras, creator of the Burning Legion. When Sargeras offered Archimonde power, Archimonde leapt at the opportunity, eager to unleash bloodshed and destruction by leading hordes of demons through the Well of Eternity. Archimonde single-handedly destroyed the city of Dalaran and was instrumental in orchestrating the death of the woodland demigod Cenarius. Archimonde is the typical brutal leader, killing enemy, underling, and messenger alike when his short fuse reaches its end. Now, if only he wasn't so arrogant, maybe he wouldn't have gotten himself blown up by a bunch of wisps. Beginning the bottom half of our trek into Blizzard's Well of Evil is Ammon the Dark Voice from StarCraft. With an endgame of bringing all life to an end, it's easy to see why he made this list. It is this Xel'Naga that had a hand in instilling within the Zerg Overmind the directive to kill all of the Protoss, so that once they were destroyed, he would then destroy the Zerg and create life anew modeled after, well, none other than himself.
Your light is expended.
At number 4, we have the right hand of Sargeras, Kil'jaeden the Deceiver, Eredar Lord of the Burning Legion, and in fact acting leader of the Burning Legion. Kil'jaeden tricked the Orc shaman Ner'zhul into a demonic pact and then sealed the shaman's fate by using his soul to create the Lich King. He also manipulated the Orcish warlock Gul'dan to his own means, convincing his Orc brethren to drink the corrupting blood of the Pit Lord Manaroth, resulting in an insatiable bloodlust, as well as virtually eradicating the remnants of a race known as the Draenei. It's the ability to deceive and manipulate so effectively that makes Kil'jaeden a truly terrifying force of evil. I've talked about the Lich King, Archimonde, Kil'jaeden, and now finally, we have the head of the snake, Sargeras himself. Initially, Sargeras was a guardian and protector of the mighty Titans, but oh how the mighty fall. In fact, upon his creation, Sargeras couldn't even conceive of pure evil. Then, before you know it, he's corrupted by demons and recruiting the darkest races of the universe to join his army of the Burning Legion. Now, I've already gone over the horrors that the Burning Legion inflicted upon Azeroth and Draenor, all of which is at the behest of Sargeras, which is why Sargeras gets the number 3 spot. Pure terror. No ulterior motives, no chance of redemption. As one of the great evils in the name of an entire Blizzard franchise, Diablo had to feature on this list. Sure, he might not be as interesting as some of the other villains in this list, or even within the Diablo series itself, but that's because he's just pure evil. And it's not even enough for him to be a prime evil and rule over the realm of terror. No, Diablo had to turn on his fellow evils during the Eternal Conflict so that he could rule heaven and hell by himself. Later, after his defeat, he orchestrates his rise to power again by becoming Tophemet Reborn, the prime evil. How does he do it? By impregnating a witch and then using his spawned daughter as a vessel. Now, say one thing about Diablo, he's a demon with a plan. A terrifying plan. And capping this list at number 1 is the Orc Warlock Gul'dan. Sure, his exploits may not be as grandiose or world-destroying as some of the others in this list, and yes, he was manipulated by other evil forces such as Sargeras and Kil'jaeden, but it's Gul'dan's sheer selfish desire for power that makes it so difficult to figure out what lengths he will go to for it, and why I believe he's the most evil. He first betrays his mentor, Ner'zhul, then his own people, leading to their demonic enslavement at the hands of Kil'jaeden. Then he betrays Kil'jaeden by seeking the power of Sargeras. Even in an alternate timeline, Gul'dan betrays his people and tries to summon Archimonde to defeat the combined forces of the Alliance and the Horde. Where others like Diablo are created evil and demons like Kil'jaeden and Archimonde are tempted by power, it seems to me that Gul'dan chooses the path of evil willingly, knowing full well the consequences and believing that he will be able to change the outcome for his own gain. And the other reason I like placing Gul'dan at the end of this list is that he was eventually destroyed by the very evil demons he sought to control. Well, they took his skull and turned it into an item of demonic power. Me, I probably would have melted a candle on it and used it as a really cool paperweight. As often as the path of evil ends terribly, it can be hard to resist, especially with some of the killer titles these guys get. Diablo, Destroyer of Souls, Ammon the Dark Voice, Zoltan Cool, Murderer, Torturer, Monster. Well, and they can't all be winners. Let me know in the comments what you think of this list. Now, there's one particular name I left off, and that's Illidan Stormrage. Does he deserve a spot over others, or is he not truly evil enough at heart? Let me know in the comments and tell me who your favorite evil Blizzard character is. Also, hit that thumbs up if you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to TGN if you're not already so that we can continue making gaming content just for you.